this sucks. And then coincidentally, I had jet black hair. I'm gonna put the picture right here. Jet black hair. I had my hair wavy, like everything. How you want the kind of hair. You don't have one hair like Tom Cruise, like pin straight when he had Mission Impossible 2 with the layers and the whole thing. And my hair just looked like a mess. You
So
gotta get in the lineup.
what's your podcast?
The Coach HP Show.
I love it, Coach HP. I like
HP,
it,
what a
man.
vibe. You got a great vibe going on.
Great
We're happy
vibe.
we can meet
Great
you.
energy.
3, 2, 1, boom, and we're back. What's up, everybody? It's your coach. Welcome back to the Coach HP Show, the number one, numero uno, positivity, slanging podcast in the internet right now, covering all topics, coast to coast. Today's topic, one of my favorite things to talk about. I don't have any of it on my head anymore, but I love to talk about hair. I love to celebrate people with a good set of hair. I like to celebrate people with my kind of haircut, which I call the good haircut. But I want to discuss hair loss. And I don't think there's enough empathy. There's enough information out there. There's enough people talking about how to deal with hair loss, especially at a young age. There's obviously no good age to talk about hair loss, but especially when you're in your 20s, don't even talk about the teens, but when you're in your 20s to 30s, that's a little difficult. So I'm going to share with you guys how I dealt with it. Hair loss. Number one, the first part and the toughest part about hair loss is finding out you're losing your hair. For me, how I find out, which is a classic way on how a lot of people find out is, so I'm 6'2", so I don't see the top of my head very much. In my house, my mirrors didn't move. I didn't have those old school mirrors that popped open from the side so you could see like your profile and stuff. So I always thought I was doing great. And one day, I think I was like 19, 20 years old. I'm in town here in Miami. I'm getting my hair cut. And the barber is an old school Cuban guy, almost like tries me. He's like, pero chico, tú te estás quedando capo? Which in English translate, bro, you're going bald. Like, you're like trying me, like, bro, you're going bald. Like, if I'm doing this on purpose. So that, complete shocker. I get home. I grab, I think, my mom's makeup mirror and flip it around to the other thing. And then I start to see in the crown of my head, almost like the perfect male pattern baldness, the shoehorn in the back. We used to call that also when you grow it from the side, the homie don't play that. I don't know if you guys remember Living Color. Homie don't play that. He used to hit you, go boom, the clown. Homie don't play that. So when this would grow, I would call this the homie don't play that, which is tough because you never lose the homie don't play that. This hair stays forever. So once I found that out, I'm like, oh my God, this sucks. And then coincidentally, I had jet black hair. I'm going to put the picture right here. Jet black hair. I had my hair wavy, like everything. How you want the kind of hair. You don't have one hair like Tom Cruise, like pin straight when he had Mission Impossible 2 with the layers and the whole thing. And my hair just looked like a mess. It was wavy, but thick down here. So you have to do it a certain way, but thinning up here. And then I'm hitting it with products so it looks even thinner. A complete disaster. So I come up with my head. I go, listen, I was probably 23, 24. I go, I'm going to act. Because till then, I'd always either rock a hat or I'd have it on. And then I'd notice it. And then I go maybe shorter. But I always kept like kind of like dodging the bullet per se. I never really looked back there. Till one day, I'm at a house and I see my hair from the side. Like I thought I looked good from the front because I had gelled it back or put some bullshit product, whatever. When I looked at it from the side, I saw like my scalp, like the hair so thin, my scalp up here. I was like, oh my God, this is horrible. This is depressing. So I decided to be an actor. J-Lo has a TV show here in Miami. I get casted in it. I get my SAG card. I go, this is set. But at the time, especially like 2005, there was no bald dudes leading men, right? Maybe Jason Statham, and even him, he rocked that weird bald thing, which I don't know how he pulled that off. But I can't, I gotta have a full set of hair. Like, was this horrible? And I remember one time I met with an agent here in Miami, and I had my hat on. I thought it was looking super cool. And the minute I took off the hat, Because, when you have a hat on, it's sweat, and then that makes the hair spread out even more. And when I took off my hat, this dude looked at me and said, "Oh my God, you're going bald. Like, you're literally going bald." So I panicked, and I go, "Listen, I gotta do the hair surgery." So here I come. I think I was 25, 26. I do the hair surgery. Zero research done in the hair surgery. Zero research on if it sticks, what are the process, what do you got to do after? Nothing. Literally nothing. I thought that I was going to go in there, get the surgery. I had a widow's peak, so I already had the receding hairline forming here, and I was a disaster up there. So I remember today the pictures they sent me of the thing. You see my hair thick on the side, thinning from up here. And I made the mistake of getting the surgery, $12,000, $15,000 procedure, and not knowing the good parts about it, the bad parts about it, whatever. So at the time, now they do it differently. Now I think they actually pluck hairs out of the homie don't play that area, which is this area back here that you never lose that memory of hair. But during my time, they would do a strip. They would remove a strip of hair back here. They grab that hair, which they say it never loses its memory, and it never stops growing. And they literally put it. They cut your head and they put it here in the front, and they put it back here. The whole thing. The irony of that is, the front it takes a little more. In the back and the crown up here, a lot of it falls off. A lot of it falls off because it doesn't take. So that's mistake number one. I didn't know that. Number two, you then have to take forever Propecia or Proscar. Propecia is a pill you take to lower your testosterone, because what you want as a dude is testosterone. But they say that a lot of people go bald early because they have too much testosterone, which is a good thing. It's what everybody wants. That's why everybody's injecting testosterone when they get older. Now, or testosterone therapy. Now, you have to add Propecia, which I take every single day. It's an $80 pill. Plus, it's going to lower your sex drive, lower your libido, lower your testosterone. So that fights the whole point of having testosterone. So that's another negative thing you got to deal with. So I get my hair thing. I think I'm going to have a full set of hair thing. I'm going to look like that dude from Deuce Bigalow, Mel Gigolo. I'm going to rock a long ponytail, man bun. I'm going to do everything. Complete opposite. It took somewhat. I tried to grow my hair long, thinning up here, thin up here. Just an absolute disaster. A disaster. I spent my 6 years in LA all worried about my hair. Oddly enough, I let it grow long, like the picture you saw there. Which this was one of my points that I wanted to put out. Understand your type of hair. Don't look at somebody else that has, and I couldn't do this when I was young. I always thought that I could pull off every look possible. And understand who has a full set of hair and who doesn't. And compare that to your hair. Because no matter how you style it, anyway, you could do the Trump, you could do the slick back, whatever. There's certain things you can't get away with because you just don't have the coverage. You don't have the hair. And I remember I got casted. My boy cast me in this TV show with long hair that I was going to play. It was a funny improvisational show. I was going to play my twin brother, who is short, chubby dude, and then I'm tall dude, and he had short hair and I had long hair. And I remember I was in Ibiza and I was seeing these dudes with this short haircut, kind of like with almost like a mullet style or like faux hawk kind of thing. And I was like, man, it'd be really cool if I rocked that. And maybe that'll help, because I've always heard that if the hair's longer, it grows, it thins out. But if you do it shorter, it looks fuller. And I always thought about that. And another side thing about having it long when it's falling is, or even when it's falling, hair would be everywhere. I'd have hair all over my shirt. I'd have hair on my pillow. I have hair in the shower, even if I touched it or if I didn't. It would just, if I would go like this, and it would just be hair falling. So I came and I was there in Ibiza and I cut it like this dude that had a cool set of hair. And I couldn't have been more depressed. Like when you put the light on me, all you saw was like bright. So this was dark and this was like so light. Looked like a disaster. Like a guy who's trying to cover up his baldness, which was a mess. I got lucky. My boy there in Los Angeles, who's 10 years older, had dealt with this, had done the surgery. He came and he told me, look, these things called topics that you put on your hair. You hit it with a little hairspray after, and like hair follicles that land in your hair. And it looks perfect, dude. It looks like you have a full set of hair. But like everything, if they tell you, they give you something that gives you like a full set of hair, look, what are you going to do? You're going to go right to the limit? No, you're going to do extra to really cover it. And my head looked like this microphone right here. If you would touch it, boom, you see little follicle things will come out. And then the worst part of that is you have the hair, you got the look, you hook up with chicks, so chicks go crazy when they're hooking up with you. They rub your head. I'm literally doing the Kung Fu Matrix, guys, so they don't touch my head. Don't you dare go into a shower with a girl. Don't you go into a pool because you get exposed immediately. So I'm living with all these restrictions just so that I can look like I have a full set of hair. Stupidest thing I've ever done in my life. I wasted so much time on my hair that it was ridiculous. On top of that, I have in the back of my head, I'm stuck with the little happy face scar. Okay, I have a happy face scar back here that you can't take out. Some people tattoo it and you like color it in, but you had stuck with that. What I did was, people would ask me all the time, because even before I shaved it, like if I would go short, you would see a line there and there. There was a line because you have a scar. So you can't cut your sides that short. And it's a headache because the shorter your sides are, the fuller the top looks. But if you go real heavy on the side, it makes the top part look thinner. So it's just like a complete nightmare. So I had the line there. People would ask me, how's that line? At the beginning, I would tell them, listen, I fell off a motorcycle, so I look cool, a motorcycle, down the PCH on a chopper that I had there, whatever. And then I got surgery. Oh, did it hurt? A little bit, but And then eventually I just told people, listen, I got the hair surgery and it went wrong. That's why I'm bald. After dealing with all that, just time, and I remember putting magic marker on my head and being at the gym and just almost passing out doing cardio because of the smell of magic marker. After wasting so much time, money, and just the stress of my hair, the style, when am I going to lose? It was a mess. At 31, when I moved to Las Vegas, I go, listen, I'm done with my hair thing. I'm going to shave it. And now I was 31, so it's probably been 12, 13 years since I've been bald every single day. And the irony is, the minute I shaved my head, the most freeing thing in the world, didn't worry about it anymore. I hit it every day because I don't like to see the homie don't play that. I don't like to see the imperfections. So I hit it every day, especially when I go out. I always hit it with the razor in the shower or before. Most liberating thing I've ever done. Ironically, the love of my life, which is my wife, thought I was hotter, and she doesn't go for bald guys. Bald. So if you go bald, couple tricks. Number one, try to stay in shape. The more you try to stay in shape, the better it looks. So try your best to stay in shape. At least you look good with clothes on. Number two, you can rock a facial hair. Find a facial hair that fits you. Don't go so long on the beard if you don't have a thick one. Don't go so short if you're not that in shape so you don't see like a double chin or anything like that. But find a beard look, goatee, mustache, whatever, that makes you comfortable. That helps it a lot too. And number three, try to tan. If you tan enough, get some sun, dude, you're always going to look young. You don't got to worry about looking in the mirror, see what you look like, if you're exposed or not exposed. You don't have to worry about an expensive surgery. And you can just live. You don't worry about taking pills every day. One pill for your hair, one pill for your hair that's going to affect your body. Nah. Trust me, shave it. Be the happiest bald guy in the world. Celebrate other people. See somebody with a good set of hair. Say, man, that's a great set of hair. That way you're the happy bald guy. And that's it. Good things will happen because you're not stuck in your head of, oh my God, I'm bald, and that lack of self-confidence. Now, this isn't for everybody. Maybe some people get the surgery and it helps them. But if you're older, 30s or 40s, especially 40s, but 30s, shave it as low as you can. Shave as low as you can and then get rid of it. Enjoy life. Be as free as you can be. It's your coach. Love you guys. Any questions on this, comment below. I did it so you don't have to go through it. Learn from my mistakes. Love you guys.